Yo, it's your boy Dctree from Dctree-Nation.com, where we cover hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. The Spurs aren't on the national TV schedule like they should be. But to be honest, it's kind of fair, and I'll tell you why. But before I jump into it, if you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, before you roast your boy, just hear me out, okay? The thing about this Spurs team, this 2018-2019 Spurs team, is it's a lot of question marks around this team. Not whether they'll make the playoffs, because of course they don't make the playoffs. Not whether they're a good team, but they don't have an identity. This Spurs team is super different. No Tony Parker, no Danny Green, obviously no Tim Duncan for quite a while, no Kawhi Leonard. What type of team is this? And they have good players. They have Rudy Gay. They got up-and-coming players like DeJounte Murray. You know, they still got LaMarcus Aldridge. You know, he's still an all-star. But it feels like they're missing something, man. You know, of course, they got Bellinelli and Ginobili, but Ginobili is on his last leg, so it's not the same. So if Spurs fans, like myself, are kind of, you know, questioning the team, TV executives aren't going to give the Spurs a shot. And it's kind of fair because you don't know if they're a defensive team or they're a run and gun team or who's the leading scorer going to be. You just don't know. So it's hard to book them for TV appearances. And yes, I hear you guys screaming. What about DeMar DeRozan? DeMar DeRozan is an all-star. He's a bona fide scorer. But we don't know what type of player he's going to be in the Spurs system. And I know you guys are tired of hearing about the Spurs system, but it's true. It may amplify him to MVP status, or it may dampen him for 20 games into the season. You never know. And you don't know how he's going to mess with LaMarcus Aldridge. Heck, we don't even know how LaMarcus Aldridge meshes with anyone. Because when Kawhi was on the floor, LMA, he was nowhere to be found. So is he going to go back to that? You just don't know if this team is going to be a contender, that true contender. They're going to be a playoff team. But again, the identity is fuzzy, even for Spurs experts. So again, TV executives are not going to take a chance on the boring team. Now, the Spurs haven't been boring for years, but at the same time, you know, people have been waiting for an excuse to make them boring again. And the last reason is the Spurs seem like they had lost a little bit of edge, a little bit of their identity. You know, they don't have that championship pedigree. Like the Spurs were on TV to test other teams. That's why they were on TV. You know, the Lakers played the Spurs, the Cavs played the Spurs, the Warriors played the Spurs, because the Spurs were a good test. When they came to town, you knew they were about business. You knew they were a well-coached team, well-oiled machine, ready to go. And they still could be that, and they may exceed expectations, but you just don't know. It's that question mark, okay? And even as a fan myself, I live outside of Texas, so I'm hesitant to even buy a ticket to go see the Spurs play because I'm not sure who my favorite player is. I'm not sure. I mean, of course, I, you know, support the team no matter what, but I can't really pinpoint, hey, that's my favorite player. I hope I can get his autograph like I did with Tim Duncan and David Robinson before him. And even Kawhi and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. Like now it's kind of fuzzy. You know, if I could catch Manu at the game, that'd be great, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to pay, you know, $250 for a seat to go see DeJounte Murray play. I'm just not quite there yet as a fan, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, I'm a Spurs fan for life. I love the team, the organization, what they stand for, but they're just in a little fuzzy situation right now as far as marketing. Like, I don't even know what jersey to buy, you know? All right, guys, that's it for this one. For more information on the Spurs and the hoops, check us out at the main page, Dctree-Nation.com. Like us on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, guys. Peace.